5 minutes.
Very much, Cahill. I'm glad to get the opportunity. First of all, I'm very disappointed that Ursula von der Leyen has been improved by or endorsed by this government for another term, led by Oireachtas, even though the Fianna Fáil candidates that ran in the European elections promised the electorate that each of them would vote against her for another term. What are they going to do now? We see what the farming community are being constantly attacked and vilified and blamed for climate change and blamed for a lot of things that are totally untrue. And von der Leyen, for instance, aims to cut fertilizer use by 20% and the same cut the use of pesticides by 50%, quarter of our total land area to be farmed organically, which means an absolute cut in production by 2030. And if you go back to the 1970s, the Land Commission here in this country, if you weren't farming at least 1 acre of your farm, the Land Commission would give you a very short time to sell your farm, or if you didn't sell it, they would divide it amongst farmers that were farming. And that's a big difference, where farmers that time were encouraged, got grants to drain land and to produce as much as they could out of it. And then the current situation is to try to encourage farmers to let it idle. And we have a very important role to play, Minister, with food production and food security. And we need it because we are an island nation. And if we can't produce for ourselves, and farmers and young farmers are beginning to see that they can have an easier life, maybe a 4 or 5 day week, which you don't have if you're milking cows. And many young farmers today are opting to get out. And that's a sad story because we have the natural ability to grow grass, green grass, better than any other country in the world. Better than any other country in the world. And farmers are being now threatened with this nature restoration. And then our neutrality is the very thing that's so important to the people of Ireland is being threatened. And each and every day that our representatives and government go over to Europe, that's what you're at, threatening our neutrality. That's very unfair on the people of Ireland that are depending on us.